Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of 15 Good Minutes. This is Coach B. Freddie, how you doing, man?
I am well. How about you guys?
I'm well. How about you, JR?
I'm hanging in there every day, man. Every day, just hanging in there.
You doing better than hanging. You look good, brother.
Sheesh, okay.
Better than hanging out there, right?
Yeah. Hey, look, one of the things we were just talking offline, but one of the things that we wanted to do was just take the time to thank you guys. Last week's episode was our most viewed episode ever in the history of the show. We wouldn't be here without you guys. So thanks for tuning in and watching either here on YouTube or on the podcast. We truly appreciate you guys.
By the way, I just did something for the first time.
I see. I saw that.
I've never done, even in my work calls and stuff.
Oh,
like
we
that.
do it. Oh, you got it. Yeah, you got to use the emotions, man.
You know
that shows up on screen, man.
I was like, I'm gonna do this the first time ever I've ever done that. So
I like that. That's good stuff. With technology forward here. So today's an easy one, fellas. As we're recording, it is Tuesday. So first day of the NBA conference finals, Eastern Conference, Western Conference. Tonight is the Eastern Conference. We're going to talk about that a little bit. And what I want to do though first, Jared, and I'm going to start with you. And I don't want to get too deep into it, but how in the Eastern Conference, how they got there, who they went through, how they got here, I should say, and your thoughts on that, and same thing with the West. And then once we've got that out the way, we'll dive into what we think we're going to see. So with I'll start in the West with Minnesota taking down the reigning champions. Just give me your quick thoughts on that series, how it went, and what you think about how Minnesota got there.
I think Minnesota got there. Young talent. They weren't afraid. Had a lot of heart. Never, even when they fell behind, it's a game of runs, but they capitalized on their runs, and they held defensively, and also the other team. I mean, they played well, but they didn't play consistent. Okay, people that's supposed to be the shooters weren't making all the baskets, and it happens. It happened to the Knicks, but it happens. So that's why
stay with that. Take me to the Knicks, and what did you see there with Indy and the Knicks?
First of all, let me say, I don't care who was injured. We lost because it could have been the other team. They did the best they could. They surprised me. They went 7. I was happy to see that. They've got some decisions to make. I think they're talking about trades right now. There's a rumor going around about them talking about Durant, which I think we don't need. But a great player. But I think that they have a chemistry, and they may need 1 or 2 pieces. We don't know what's going to happen when Julius gets back. But even it was sad. Even my man Brunson gets hurt in the last few minutes. Not to say that he was going to be the savior, because he wasn't really shooting all that well in Game 7.
On the other side of the East, when Boston took care of Cleveland, anything jump out at you there?
Nothing jumped out on me.
Dallas beat OKC. Any closing thoughts on that series?
No, not really. Because I'll be honest with you, I haven't really watched a lot of that series.
Freddie, I'm gonna do the same thing with you, but I'll go in the other order. I'm gonna start with that OKC Dallas series. Anything surprise you with that series, with the way that Dallas moved forward?
I think what surprised me, and obviously with OKC, they're not a big market team. So a lot of times we don't really see them as much, right, on national television and stuff like that. This was the first time, probably, I'm not gonna say the first time, but to where I actually paid attention to them. They're a very good team. I think they're missing a number 2 guy. I think they're missing a number 2 guy. SGA, I didn't realize he was 6'6", and honestly, he's one of the few players that I've watched this year in the NBA. So every time they shoot the ball, whether it's a long distance shot or in the paint or whatever, you just have this feeling that it's gonna go in, right? He's very extremely talented. But I thought that they were bigger on the inside. As crazy as it may sound, I felt like they were bigger than Dallas. I thought they were bigger, but you have to their guard play between Kyrie and Luka, and then you had PJ Washington, and then Derek Lively. The second he came on, and I think he really neutralized.
He was. I think he was when he gave them an element they didn't have a year ago, and everybody was throwing lobs to him. He was catching every single
exactly, and he's only going to continue to get better and better. But what really surprised me in that series is how Tim Hardaway Jr. kind of disappeared. Like he was like their sixth man most of the year, coming off the bench, 18 points a night. I'm like, okay, with Kyrie, Luka. But then I think at the deadline, when they made the trade, got PJ Washington in, and whatever the case may be, he kind of solidified that. But I think Dallas is a very good team. I don't think they'll beat Minnesota.
The New York Indy series, did anything there surprise you, or did it go as you expected?
The New York Indy series, I think what surprised me, the two biggest surprises with Indy is another team that you don't really see a lot of, but they have two young guards, and I think finally they got Pascal Siakam involved more. As opposed to just running everything through Halliburton and then Miles Turner. He showed me why the Lakers have been stalking him for the last 2 years, right? He showed why, I think that those were the two biggest surprises with the Knicks. I think they overachieved, this entire year. I think they got a good team. I don't think that they need to do much. They need to add someone that's going to stay healthy, to their core. But I think the Knicks, they just ran out of luck.
I think it's a combination with that series. And we talked about this on the group chat. I don't know how often or how many more times one player could. I mean, Brunson can be that guy, and part of it I put on him. I thought he shot a little too much, or maybe the thing to say here. And you're a New York guy, JR, but it looked to me like he wasn't looking to pass.
No.
I thought the things that helped them was the other two Villanova guys, right? I thought Josh did a great job of rebounding for his size. And what's the kid's name that came from Milwaukee? DiVincenzo. Hit some pretty big shots, but I just thought Brunson kept the ball too long, and I don't know. I mean, they got through the series that way and almost got it, but lost at home.
But if you remember my text, I was saying that, on the guys, I was saying he's just shooting too much and he's taking shots, but he's getting caught and he's hung up in the middle with nowhere to go, and he's got to make a funky pass to somebody, and it turns into a turnover.
A friend sent me something in another group chat earlier today. He said Knicks fans are just like Cowboy fans. The only difference is they wear Timberlands.
Y'all cold, man. Y'all cold.
So okay, so John, let me ask you this, right? I mean, that's the past. Let's look forward a little bit. Indy, Boston. How do you feel that one's going to go? That's the one that's starting tonight.
Boston's favorite. I know that. But like Freddie said, Indy's is a scary team, man. I understand they got Kyrie and what's the big guy?
Kyrie's on Dallas.
I'm sorry. They got Boston's got Brown. Brown, and I forgot who their other
Tatum.
Yeah, Tatum. They match up. They can match up with their top two, with the Pacers' top two. But in my opinion, the Pacers got a lot of help off they got deep help, and they play better defense.
Do you see it going 7?
I see it going at least 6 games. And I only think Boston will win tonight because they have more time off.
Well, give me a winner for the series.
I'm gonna say Boston.
Freddie, the Eastern Conference Final starts tonight. What do you see in that series?
I'm a as a Knicks fan. I'm heartbroken about picking Boston, but I'm gonna pick Boston.
I can tell you right now, as a Commanders fan, no matter what, I'll never pick Dallas. But that's just me. That's just how I'm loyal to my guys. But do your thing. Go ahead and pick Boston. Freddie, what are you seeing in the Eastern Conference Final? What's your expectation too?
I think a lot of that is contingent upon Kristaps Porzingis.
He's not playing tonight, right?
He's not playing tonight. Yeah,
I don't know.
I
think they're looking at game 2 or 3 for him to come back. But yeah,
I think if Porzingis can play by game 2, I think Boston wins in 6. However, if Porzingis doesn't play and he's not effective, I'm going with Indy in 7.
Okay. I actually, when I looked at this series earlier today, my first thing was it's a toss up for the main reason that you just said, Freddie. But in having to pick one, I think Boston gets over that hump. There's been a lot of I don't know if criticism is the right word, but people questioning Jason's toughness. I'll say toughness. Like, you know what I mean? Like, can he be a dog when he needs to be a dog? Because they get to this point a lot and then it just goes away. So I think this is a year that they're gonna get over that. Back to you now, Freddie, on the West side, right? So now Dallas and Minnesota. I think Minnesota is I don't want to say fan favorite, man. What's the word? I don't want to say media favorite either. They have a lot more momentum. When you look at that series, one, do you see it as being a series? And if so, how's it going to go in your book?
So I definitely see it being a series. I think it's going to go 7. I think it's going to go 7. I don't want to be a homer and be on the media circuit but right now I have to go with Minnesota because I trust their bench more than I trust Dallas's bench right now.
Okay. JR, for you, Western Conference, what do you see and who do you like?
I like Minnesota. Ant-Man didn't even have a good first half. He
didn't have a good first game, last game.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, and his bench, his team, they all held him up. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that he has a lot of good support. And like Freddie said, you don't know what you're going to get out of Irving, but you won't get nothing out of him. You'll get, like you said, passing and some defense. But I do like Ant-Man. I think he picks his team up as far as play, even when he's not playing. He's one of them guys, Russ, we like to have on the bench or on the court who might not be scoring, but he's always, let's go, let's get this. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna say Minnesota in 5.
Wow, that's a big one. Yep. I'm gonna go Dallas, JR, in 7. I think what Freddie said is key. Now, what's going to cost it for Dallas is if Luka don't shut the hell up. Because I'm telling you right now, in the referees meeting, they got this picture on the board, and they're going to say, and they're going to come out and they're going to tell Jason Kidd, first time he says something, he's gone. And so you're not focused on the game when you're crying about every single call. I don't care if they missed it. Get up and go. But I think kind of piggybacking on what you said, Freddie, I think Kyrie has figured it out. And I like some of their others. And to me, what they did with OKC was impressive because OKC, I felt, just didn't know how to hang on to a lead. Them cats would get up 20 and give it right back. I think the thing that I'm concerned about, and concern is probably a strong word with Minnesota, is there's a lot of talking. And right now, all I'm saying is, I get it, you're a fan favorite, but you have accomplished nothing. Nothing. And that's one of the things I like about Jason Kidd. You watch him in his post game, even when they won a game and they up one, he said, we ain't done nothing. Win the series. Now, to that point, Minnesota did win their series, but there's just a little too much talking from me in my taste. I'm gonna lace him up and let's go play kind of guy. So I think it's gonna be an interesting series. I'm gonna go with Dallas on that one in 7.
Hold on, didn't you say you're a Washington Commanders fan and you're not gonna never pick Dallas? Didn't you just say that?
Football. Okay. Jason Kidd's my guy. He's always been my guy. Yeah.
Just for clarity.
And let's be clear here: the Washington Wizards will never be in this conversation. So So we're gonna keep it with the sport. I'm in my
No,
lane.
man.
Y'all's case, his home team was in and lost.
Yeah.
My team lost before the All-Star break. You understand what I'm saying? We were out of it before the All-Star break. That's a conversation for a different day. And then, like I said, in the East, I think the East was going to go 7, but I do think that it's Boston's. I think that they do get over that hump. So that's it. That's all we got time for today. We want to do a quick wrap up of the teams that got in and how they got there. More importantly, this new conference finals that's starting tonight. Before we check out, let me see if the guys got something to say. Freddie, I'm going to start with you, man. You got something to say today?
Something outside of sports that has been dominating the media, and it's the P. Diddy situation. The video was very bad. The apology, some people, will say, hey, well, he didn't, apologize to, Cassie. Well, a part of their settlement was he and Cassie, they could not say each other's name publicly regarding that situation. All right. So that was why he did not say, I apologize to Cassie or whatever. It looks very bad. I love Diddy's music. His production. He's great at what he's done, in the music industry. However, this is very bad. All of us, we've all seen the video. And so now as a potential juror, a potential judge that would hand down a sentence, how can I trust anything that you're saying? Right? When you lied and said you didn't, now we see video evidence of what you did and things of that nature. So it was very bad, but it's going to be hard to find a juror that has not seen the Cassie video and he or she make an assertion that, yeah, he's guilty or he's not, so it was very bad. So that's I have something to say.
It was. And I'll say this. There's another very public trial going on right now where they said it was going to be difficult to find a jury and they finally got it in. I leave that to the court system. All I can say is I went through today, actually, all of my playlist and pulled everything that he was a part of. It's gone. It's out. I'm the video to me. I think if it wasn't shown, we wouldn't know the severity of it. When you see what we saw, that did it for me. So like you, I mean, yeah, he puts everything in context. He was all, as a writer, producer, entertainer, all that stuff. It was all in my various playlists, and I systematically went through the day, and took it all out. That's just me. So we'll see how it play. I think that's I got something to say. JR, how about you, buddy? You got something to say today?
Nah, just to piggyback off of Freddie, that was it was disgusting. It's one thing to hit a person, a man, and he goes down, and it's even bad to kick him, but you had a woman on the floor and you kicked her. Not once, not twice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was just too much. It was, when I saw it, I said to myself, we didn't see what Ray did in the elevator, but that was ridiculous. How could he?
It was worse than what Ray did in the elevator.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But it's at least he carried his wife out or his girl out. He was dragging her on the floor like a piece of trash, So I forgot. I saw somebody online today called him straight up a bitch. Like, wow, that's it. You can't come 6 years late and say I'm sorry and I know I was in trouble. You're saying what you think the people want you to say. Somebody in your group said, hey, you better go out there and do this and do that. But that's a hard comeback from something like that. I really think it is. And I know everybody deserves forgiveness, but he's gonna have to work that out somehow. So if that's
fair enough. Good, I got something to say. Everybody got to piggyback on that. Well done, Freddie. Again, conference finals are in play. Same thing with hockey. Still going on. Make sure you check that out as well. And if we don't see you guys in the next couple days, have a great weekend. Enjoy some NBA basketball, and we'll see you guys next week.
Safe Memorial Day.